In this diocese, yes, we are. Mm-hmm. This Mass that we have here is officially part of the diocese ministry. This is a Catholic parish. And historically in England and Wales, since around 1979, so a long time now, the bishops here, the Catholic bishops in this country, have always had a more liberal, open attitude. And the pastoral guidelines, which they published in 1979, they have never turned back on those, and they are saying that gay and lesbian people have the same rights to be involved in the church as heterosexual people, have the same rights to the sacraments, etc., etc. So, and it outlaws discrimination. The last but one cardinal, Cardinal Hume, he said that homophobia should have no place in Catholic thinking and attitudes, and he also said that love between people, whether of the same sex or the opposite sex, is something that should be treasured and respected. So we have a continuing witness from our bishops to a more open, and the present Archbishop in Westminster is also open and very supportive of the masses. Although the Catholic bishops in this country do not condemn civil unions, they also don't promote them, but a lot of us who are in civil unions have had services of blessing in Catholic churches afterwards. So and here at these masses on every third Sunday, if we are asked by people, we pray for people who have entered civil partnerships or whose anniversaries happened at that time. So I think the whole issue of civil unions, also the issue of adoption of children. In some places there are Catholic agencies which are quite comfortable with having same-sex couples adopting. In other places they're they're against it. So the church in this country has different attitudes in different places. When we started these masses here, nearly 5 years ago now, when we were reaching the agreement that allowed these masses to take place, the Vatican was involved at arm's length, and so we know that what we have agreed, although the people who don't like us having these masses say this is terrible, this is sacrilege, we know that the Vatican has approved, and we also understand that it has been discussed with the Pope himself. So, and I think the Vatican saw that if we could get it right here in London, we make a distinction between a life of celibacy and a life of chastity. Everyone is called to chastity, and the Vatican defines chastity as the integration of a human personality and their sexuality. So it's about wholeness and integration. That's what chastity is. Celibacy is simply not living in any kind of sexual relationship. Now, the official teaching of the Church makes it very clear that we are all called to chastity, whether we're straight or gay. And when, again, the pastoral guidelines in this country, approved by our bishops, say that priests, when considering difficulties that people have if they are living in a relationship, that they should treat that very carefully, very sensitively, and not assume a negative judgment all the time. Yeah, and also that it is better for people to be living responsibly. Okay, not everybody is called to live in a relationship. Some people prefer to be single, but I think our bishops recognise it's better for people to be in a monogamous union, permanent union, than playing the field and being promiscuous, because we know that that places you at risk, not only health-wise, but risk of attack from people who may be homophobic.
Kyrie eleison, Kyrie eleison, Christe eleison, Christe eleison, Kyrie eleison, Kyrie eleison, Pater de celis Deus, miserere Filii hebdem mundi Deus, miserere nobis, Spiritus Sancte Deus, miserere nobis, Sancta Trinitas Unus Deus, miserere nobis, Sancta Maria, ora